Hello, this is Aaron of SG Gaming Info, and welcome to my video review of Loading Human Chapter 1 on the PlayStation VR. Before I start reviewing, I just want to point out that I played Loading Human using the Move controllers. If you're interested in playing Loading Human and don't have a Move controller, the game is playable with the regular PlayStation 4 controller. Loading Human was my first real experience using the PlayStation VR, in the comfort of my own home. And well, for the most part, the game was decent. The tech and controls behind the game are great, but apart from that, the game feels somewhat flat. Loading Human Chapter 1 has you take on the role of Prometheus, who has been summoned to his father's Antarctic base to undergo an intensive quest to retrieve the quintessence, an elusive energy source that will help reverse the aging process. The majority of the story revolves around you completing various puzzles that, while in any other game wouldn't be a problem, but in VR is a lot more challenging. Tasks such as finding a shaver require you to move your hands, press and hold the move's trigger button, and make shaving motions. Yes, the puzzles in Loading Human are interactive based, and while that makes the game feel more immersive, it is also a bit of a curse, as I found I spent a lot of my time unable to pick up objects right in front of me, or my hands go into objects they shouldn't. If you look past the technical problems and the fact it is done in VR, are the puzzles fun? The answer is simply no. What makes me say no is the fact that the game goes around hiding items. For example, one puzzle required you to get a set of coordinates from my father's desk, which sounds simple until you realise there are several desks that your father could use, and after spending way too much time looking, I eventually found it on a desk in a poorly lit region of the room. When it comes to Loading Human Chapter 1, I can't find many positives. However, if I was to point out one thing that impressed me about the game, it would be the game's movement controls. Moving in VR can be a difficult thing, as getting it wrong can be an unpleasant experience, but Loading Human manages to make walking and turning into a somewhat natural feeling experience. The way movement works in Loading Human via the PlayStation Move controller is simply pressing and holding the PS Move button and pointing the controller either forward or backwards. To turn, crouch or stand up, you just need to point the Move controller in the direction you want to go and tap the PS Move button. In addition, since you have two Move controllers, you can use one for walking and the other for turning. Going back to the story, I want to mention the game's three main characters, Prometheus, Dorian and Alice. As I said earlier, Prometheus forgoes all his work to help his dying father find the quintessence, an energy source powerful enough to help him cheat death. Dorian, who is Prometheus' father, created the dark energy engine and is considered the most important man in history. He's also a talking head for the game as he helps you get ready for your mission. Finally, we have Alice. She is Dorian's assistant, and apart from the station's AI Lucy, Alice is closely involved with Dorian's experiment. Now, you may have noticed I don't have a lot to say about the main characters. The reason for this is that nothing about them truly stood out for me. However, Lucy, the station's AI, does have moments that make her stand out. For example, she jokingly refers to elements of 2001: A Space Odyssey, and decided to play Flight of the Valkyries as Prometheus is running to fix a major problem in the station. Now, before my conclusion, it is time to talk about the graphics and audio. Graphically, the game lacks any noticeable anti-aliasing and has numerous flat textures. These two issues, while annoying, are likely due to the developers trying to make a smooth VR experience. As for audio, I did notice some odd sound level issues with music sometimes playing over dialogue. So, in conclusion, Loading Human Chapter 1 is a decent VR experience that feels lacking. While the movement controls are great, very little else of the game stands out. With that said, I give Loading Human Chapter 1 a score of 6 out of 10, with the game's pro being great movement controls, and the cons are hands easily clip through objects, and a forgettable story and characters. Thank you for watching. Please like, favourite and subscribe. For more gaming information, please visit sggaminginfo.com. And don't forget to like our Facebook page at facebook.com/sggaminginfo. And of course, follow us on Twitter at sggaminginfo.